We do have some news. CNN reporting this morning that the U.S. left behind $7 billion worth of military equipment in the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan last year. That equipment now in the hands of the Taliban.
What kind of equipment is it? According to the report, a few details: aircraft, munitions, military vehicles, weapons, communications gear. A lot of it requires very precise maintenance to remain usable. They don't know if the Taliban have been able to keep all of this stuff running. That's a key question that they may never get an answer to.
They left $7 billion worth of military equipment in Afghanistan. How is that even possible? Like, because I get anxiety leaving a hotel in a hurry, you know? I get that. You know, like when you're rushing and then you forget your toothbrush? But let me tell you something. If I left $7 billion worth of toothbrushes, we're turning this Uber around, people. We're going back. Now, according to the people who left the stuff behind, and this part was really interesting, they say this might not be an issue because they say the Taliban might not be able to operate this stuff anyway because of how complicated it is. And first of all, I feel like they're just saying that to cover their ass. Second of all, how are they going to act like the Taliban doesn't have YouTube? You can find anything on YouTube. Anything. You're telling me only Americans can use this equipment, but the Taliban can't? They're acting like to turn the tank on, you have to sing like the theme song to Friends, you know? You just got to be like, come on, guys, you got to get the claps right. It's not working. What's happening? Here's my question. America never has the money for anything. Right? There's not enough money for healthcare. There's not enough money for education. There's not enough money to finally finish the Washington Monument by putting 2 balls on it. But America has no problem with leaving behind $7 billion worth of weapons. How come that never happens any other way? Like, just once, I would love to turn on the news and hear something like, "This just in, the government has too much money for healthcare, so everyone gets a free butt lift." It's mind-boggling, people. It's mind-boggling how much money America wastes on the military. And don't let them trick you into saying like, oh no, it goes to the troops, because it doesn't go to the troops, right? The troops are not balling in the club. No, the defense contractors is where the money goes. And then you hear these people like, well, we need to spend that money to keep people safe. But let me ask you this. What's more threatening to people in America? A group of rebels in some foreign country, or healthcare nobody can afford, toxic drinking water, poverty, pollution? Because if I was America, I would spend my war money on the biggest threats. Yeah, that's what I would do. And then I would send the Taliban Flint's old water pipes. That's how I'd fight. You don't need missiles, just send that shit. Yeah, try drinking now. All right, but let's move on to England, the world's #1 exporter of Benedict Cumberbatches. As you may know, UK Parliament can be a pretty rowdy place. You know, every day people are shouting and booing at each other like the crowd at the world's pastiest rap battle. But it turns out that there is something that you're not allowed to do on the floor, as one British politician found out.
The Conservative Party has launched an investigation into claims by some of its female MPs that a Tory colleague watched porn on his mobile phone in the House of Commons itself.
Who is the Tory MP accused of watching pornography in the Commons? We still don't know, but government ministers have lined up today to condemn him, saying there's no place for pornography in any workplace. The MP could be suspended and thrown out of the Conservative Party, and the story has reignited criticism of the overall culture in Parliament.
A member of the UK's Conservative Party was caught watching porn during a session, and now he could be expelled for it. And I'll be honest, I'm just trying to understand the motivation here. No, like what part of Parliament made this guy want to watch porn? Like what turned him on? Was there some new legislation that was getting him hot? You know, was there some other minister who was like, this country is going deeper and deeper into debt. We cannot pull out at this point. It's just like, ooh, oh boy, oh boy. And you know, if you ask me, kicking him out wasn't the right punishment, man. What they should be doing is what parents do when they catch a kid smoking cigarettes. Yeah, they should force him to watch all of Pornhub. I'll teach him a lesson. He'll be like, oh, I've seen all the categories I didn't know existed, please. Oh, who knew Congress had cocaine orgies? Oh, it's too much, Mitch McConnell. Oh.